Good day, everybody. Another day, another opportunity. Greetings to everyone, wherever you are, wherever you find this. Morning, noon, night, afternoon, all that good stuff. You're not watching an episode for the one and only Crypto Wonder, aka Wyclef Hex, aka Reverend Pulse, aka the headmaster in charge of the Grift Institute of Higher Scamming. Enroll today. We're having an enrollment period that's going to last in perpetuity. Okay. We give financial aid for those who can't afford to be educated on the do's and don'ts, just in life in general, you know. You want to learn how to play 3-card Molly or Monty, whatever it was called, come to the Grift Institute. You want to learn how to provide or even research counterfeit and create counterfeit goods and services? Enroll. Want to upgrade your prowess and learn about something that they call like crypto? Don't ask me. I don't know anything about. Hey, don't ask me. Ask the internet. Ask Google. In fact, ask your friendly, objective artificial intelligence software. Ask ChatGPT what crypto's about, because you're not going to get it here. You're not going to find out here. That's just facts. Because I realize I've been wasting my time. That's subjective. I know I haven't been wasting my time, but it's just amazing how people choose to embrace cognitive dissonance, ignorance, intellectual laziness that breeds stagnation, mental stagnation, just so that I don't even know, because I can't even finish that thought, because me no comprende. I can't comprehend that. I can't comprehend embracing mental vulnerabilities, psychological weaknesses, and then using them sort of like to justify remaining ignorant. Is one thing, like they say, if you don't know any better, you can't, you just don't know. How culpable are you? Right? A person is not going to receive the same fate who doesn't know as a person who knows. They say when you know better, you're supposed to do better. That's what they say. I mean, keeping things simple, keeping things clear is something that is just not celebrated, it's not praised, it's not appreciated, right? It's just too boring. It can't be this. Yes, it can, because if you think about it, whatever you find that's complex, right? That's so complex. It's things that just entrenched in complexity. Where do you think they began from? Where do you think these complexities started from? Simple roots, simple origins. So you find yourself in Grifting University. By the way, I'm giving out degrees too. I'm giving out, when you enroll, see, I got different syllabi that I'm gonna, present, right? The first syllabi in Grifting Institute, first of all, this is y'all not used to this. This is higher, the highest, not even higher, the highest form of learning. You get, I'm going to give you a syllabi that's going to be written on toilet paper, right? That's for 1 degree. I'm going to give you another syllabi that's going to be written on brown paper, like brown paper bag. This is higher level stuff. You can't appreciate these jewels. So this is why you need to enroll, to really understand and walk through the door of Grifting University, the Institute of Higher Scamming. Enroll today. Enroll today. Enroll today. And of course, don't expect me to give you anything. You're not supposed to have expectations. What are you doing? What do you think? What do you think? I mean, what have people shown? What have people shown you? What have they shown you? The registration period is active. It's gonna be active. My enrollment period will not end. Okay, it's gonna be 24/7 for the foreseeable future. You don't know, but I know, because I can tell what's about to happen. What do you think people have shown you? What do you think the majority of people have shown you in crypto? The majority of the people. That the majority knows nothing. The majority knows nothing. You get hurt, you feel weird, you're miserable, you look for help, you go to a Telegram group, you go to a Discord, you go to whatever social media support system that you have, right? To talk about how you lost a lot. Do you really think that people actually care? I mean, this is not about being negative. This is about reality. It's about reality. The majority of people know nothing. I put myself in the majority. You think I know what's about to happen tomorrow? You think I know when this bull market, or the real bull market, is going to present itself? No, I know nothing. But the problem lies when you have a majority of people who know nothing, who want to believe in individuals so much that they think that those individuals know more than they do. For whatever reason. Because certain individuals, a small group, is always a minuscule amount of people, group group who pretend to have the secret sauce versus everyone else who doesn't, so that they can win your confidence, so that you can buy into their dreams, buy into their promises, buy into their words, buy into their hot air that they're emitting from their mouth, from their boca, from their bush. Meanwhile, all it took was for you to take some time to utilize the internet, put in a little work, put in a little research, put in a little, I mean, if you respect yourself and you respect your time, and you most importantly respect your money enough, why wouldn't you want to do that versus taking the word from somebody who you've never met before, you probably will never meet, and then expend all this money, all this energy, giving people money away, and you're not supposed to have any expectations of anything, and you think you're going to get multiples back? You think you're at least going to get a return? You think you're actually going to get the money that you expended? You think you're going to get that back? When you have all these rules, these unspoken rules in crypto, there's these unspoken rules in crypto that people find out by making mistakes that no one really tells you about. There's no manual out here. There's no rule book, right? The do's and don'ts. There's really not, that doesn't exist. So you have to learn that the early bird gets the freaking worm. You learn that by experience. They don't tell you this. You can't just go on the internet doing this research that I'm talking about that you should do to verify. You're not going to find somebody just tell you, oh, rule number 3.8. Get in any project, any coin, any token, get in any crypto you want to get into as early as you can. No one's going to tell you that off rip. You have to find that out on your own. And what happened here? What's happening here? What's going to continue to happen? Why do you think people get so frustrated when they experience some type of FOMO because they don't want to be left out? And they get frustrated because they didn't get in early as other people got in early that they found out, or other people got in early that, you know, they were unaware about or whatever. They were too late and they became the victims of loss. Especially if you're dealing with the sketchy of sketchy of sketchy. You barely know what you're doing. You barely understand what DeFi really, you barely understand, you know, what crypto even is. And everything involved with it. All these terms, all these everything, fundamental, technical, all these aspects of crypto, you barely understand. You barely even want to understand, because it's literally like going to school. You really have to take the time to put in the work, to put in the hours, sacrifice a lot if you really want to understand what this is about. And allow the time to work in your favor. And have very little people to talk about it in your real life. So you seek the internet as a place of refuge, or to connect with individuals who are like-minded, who could understand what you're going through. It's not written down anywhere. This is what you pick up as you go along. That applies in most every situation, right? People are butthurt right now, like extremely. And it's just more of, the reverse psychology is crazy. ATX Crypto, what's going? What's up, man? Shout out to ATX Crypto, man. Good guys, one half of the Pulse Nation collecting. These guys, support his channel if you don't know about him. Support his channel. He does weekly streams. Dedicated streamer and dedicated educator. That gentleman right there. Salute to you, man. Great seeing you, man. ATX Crypto in the building. I would my technological abilities are so janky. I would throw you a link or something for you to come on, man. If you had the time, but shout out to ATX Crypto, man. What's good? What's going on, good people? Prospector. He said 24/7 enrollment. Yeah, it's 24/7 enrollment. It's ongoing, round the clock. Alan May, what's up, man? Let me turn down this music because it's distracting. It's really distracting me, man. It's distracting. Shout out to the chat, man. So here we are, right? The pain that we're discovering so far right now in what we're doing in this market, it comes with the program. It's part of the experience. It's part of dealing with these markets. It shouldn't be a surprise. And I'm not saying that because, I've been playing with this thing for years or whatever. It's just a part of life. What goes up has to come down. Every day is not going to be a sunny day. Every day is not going to be a rainy day. It's just a part of what we have to deal with. And we utilize time to move through all of this. And then we have an insurmountable amount of information to help us make the best decisions that we can. And this is not something that's going to disappear. The information that causes you to win, the information that causes you to succeed does not change. It's still applicable. Just because these prices are damn near negative. I saw something on the chart that was 100% when liquid loans or whatever loan, I think it was the loan USDL, one of those coins was in the red 100%. That was the first time. Hey, man, it is what it is. Negative 100%. Look at this market. It's damn 99, 100% negative, blah, blah, blah. But the principles that allow people to succeed do not change. It doesn't change. The only thing that changes is how we react and what we do. It's the only thing that changes. Right? How we respond to these things. Man, like when I think about it, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not calling y'all ladies to, pronouns and all that, man. Forget about all that, man. It's all love here. It's all real. That's what we doing. All these things that we're dealing with, all these things that we did, the principles, the tenets remain the same. I don't care what gets created, right? I don't care what gets launched. I don't care whatever. Everything remains the same. It's just certain things you learn as you go along because none of this stuff is written down. Unless you go through it, you're not going to understand it sometimes, man. Like I said already, the main thing that people will not talk about, have not talking about, and maybe won't in any time in the near future, one of the main things, in addition to being a hodler, being a founder, being a owner of an exchange, and being close to a founder, another way, and I'm gonna add this five, the unspoken joint is getting in as early as you can. Early bird gets the worm. People don't talk about like on that level, like as far as somebody on the outside coming into this crypto thing, man. You get in where you fit in, and due to providence or your natural journey in life, whatever, you come into the space whenever you land is whenever you land. But the benefit of this early thing. Okay, we're here. We benefit from it because we front ran the whole damn world. That's not our fault. That's not a bad thing. It's part of the process. It's part of the process. What about all the people that front ran the world, early days of BTC that are still around? Is it their fault? No, I'm not hating on them. It's part of the process. Evolution, advancement, development, a continuum. This is what it is. And the thing about this whole thing too that I keep talking about as far as the problems that are in crypto, right? The attention span, people have the attention span of a mosquito in this whole thing. It's about, for some people, it's about, you look, let me get this high right now, right? Give me this adrenaline, right? Dopamine hit right now today, and I'll worry about tomorrow later. I can't even think about next week or next year, or next month. Give me my fix right now. It's a high for some people. They can't take it. They can't take thinking long term on anything, especially with something like this that you're presented with that looks like a casino. This looks like it's just all gambling. You mean to tell me I'm gonna create generational wealth planning from a casino? I'm gonna use that as a tool for me to get to where I need to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 35 years from now, 100 years after I'm gone, leave a legacy of casino chips for my people? Nah, can't do that. Not doing that. But this is what we have. The smoke and mirrors, the illusion, all this stuff to make people think that, oh, you have to embrace new things over embracing things that work. The Big Connect syndrome is crazy. You know why I say that? The Big Connect syndrome is crazy. Big Connect did something in 2017 that people who were in it back then, and whatever it did to the industry, right? It shook something, in my opinion, because it created a dragon that many people are still trying to chase to this day, y'all. I see some things that are launched even as recent as 2023, as recent as a month ago. Talk to you about if you stake for the next 30 days, if you stake for the next 90 days, 120 days. They're giving you these projections, right? You put a little bit of money, and at the end of this term that you're staking, or you locking your money up, or whatever, you seen a large sum of money. So you put $100, and then they show you these projections. Oh, 9 months from now, that 100 is gonna look like 8 bands, $8,000. So of course, you're gonna look at it. You're gonna say, "Oh yeah, I could do that. I could throw 100 here." But then there's a bunch of platforms that's doing the similar things in their own way with their own nuances that's presenting those same promises to you. So you got 100 here, 100 there, 100 there, 100 there, 100 there, divided in 30 different platforms trying to do the same thing, telling you that they're better than everything. And how do you win by doing something like that? And you could thank effing things like BitConnect for that. Hourglass, clone wars from back in the days, master nodes, and all kinds of stuff that came. ROI contracts, right? Reflector, this and that, all kinds of stuff. Trying to tell you, oh, paying you 2.5% a day, 3% a day, 5, 10, 7% a day, 1% a day. I saw something that was paying 1% a day for a good two point something years, and guess what? Disappeared, or it wasn't sustainable because it's not. Moment for our sponsors. I said a moment for our sponsor that I didn't leave no kind of entertainment. Yo, see, this is why I need to get my prowess up, my skill set up, man. Excuse the interruption, because it's what it is, it's life. But what I'm trying to say is all these other things that happen, all these things, this thing about satiating your palate, feeding your craving because you want to get paid every day. There was this thing that came out, whatever, on a different chain, paying 1% a day for a long period of time. People thought that they were gonna get paid that money for forever. So they had all kinds of dreams. They retired from the job. They doing everything under the sun, anything that you could think of, because why not? This is what you wanted to believe in. That's what BitConnect did to people. It forced people to just fantasize about everything because it was just incredible, incredible, out of this world, incredible. And people trying to chase that right now. BitConnect dissolved January 16, 2018. Why I remember, I don't know. Because other things I was supposed to remember, I forget. I don't know what that's about. And since then, it's just been a smorgasbord of all kinds of stuff. The hourglass, the only problem with the hourglass, because there are legitimate ones, the only problems with those things, and then the whole crypto space in general for me, the only thing is they don't keep you interested enough to keep buying into whatever they got going on. They do not create real volume enough to keep market activity right, so that you can continuously see some type of revenue, some type of interest. Your portfolio is growing. These things, they go through phases where you have a hype cycle in the beginning. You got to get in early, right? It goes up, it goes up, it goes up, and then it wanes, right? Ebbs and flow. It peak, high peak, all the way to the top. Oh, yeah, forever. And then all of a sudden, rug, or all of a sudden, dip, 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 dip. And then that's a cycle. Now that's gone. And now you have to like sit on your hands, waiting and hoping something else comes up behind that. That's what crypto is. Like, you gotta, holding the attention of the people. That's my opinion. They don't know how to hold the attention of the people. So they're giving you new project, new this, new that, new that. Oh, new opportunity here, new this, this, I'm better. This is what's going on here, man. It's been going on for years. Been going on for years. And some people may very well have good intentions. Some people may very well want the best, right? Come up with an idea and this and that and do great things and that and this. But what have we learned? These things are hard. And a lot of things, just copying from something else. And they don't really work out as intended. And then you have a bad experience. And then the whole market has to suffer. And then you have these different strategies, these players, whales, or different groups of people who just want to conjure up projects, remain anonymous, or then dox and pretend like just because you're dox that everybody should believe you. And then you got all kinds of corruption in the background, from the highest of the high to the lowest of the low. And we're all in here trying to figure it all out. Meanwhile, we got something here, right, that was given to us. Well, not given. I'm just saying, presented as far as like this code, right? That you lock up the token, and then you're earning every day, without anybody having to tell you yes or no. And it's not the same like a damn BitConnect or these other passive income, blah, blah, blahs. It's not the same, right? It's a different form of passive income where you have to work for yourself. You have to work for yourself, and you have to work on yourself. You have to commit, make a commitment. You made a contract, honor it. And while you're honoring the contract, how are you living your life? How are you living your life in the meantime? Right? People don't want to do that. It's about every day. Let me stay glued and committed to a television screen or to a computer screen or to a device, mobile device, and find out if my numbers are going up every day. That's sickening. That's toxic. That's not healthy. 1 minute you're 4 hex, the next minute you're not. You flip flop your whole 2023. You just flip flopping like you switching underwears and wearing mixed max socks. You don't know which way you're going because your base is loose. You don't have a strong foundation. You don't know what you're doing. You believe in everybody else who might sound like they have some type of smarts or intelligence, and dismiss everything that got the community where it is today. It's sad. That's why many people, that they said this before, and it's ringing very, very true. Folks are not going to make it. There's a lot of people who are not going to make it, who are not, and they're gonna have themselves to thank for that. How many moments just in this year alone, since Post Chain launched, have you seen like somebody get caught in their feelings? For example, get an emotional reaction, and then you see it reflected in the charts for whatever reason. Some type of news, you hear news. Oh, this alphabet monster is coming after, and then oh, sell, everybody just, you see it reflected in the charts. Now what? Yesterday about some IFPS drama. Why does everything have to be about some drama, yo? And in fact, like, to be honest, to keep it real, to be 100% real, because this is Grifting University, Institute for Family Scamming, and all things related to jostling, because that's what folks embrace. People are embracing getting scammed. That's why it's Enroll 24/7. This registration period does not end. So if you're gonna give them your time, your energy, you might as well give me some of that time too. Give me some of that time. That's all I ask. A moment of your time. I promise. I'm not gonna promise, because there's no expectations. So expect nothing. You got all this going on in the market, right? People getting caught in their feelings, this and that, and this and that, and this. And then we finally, not finally, but we hear too, all some of these unspoken rules that you cannot get on the internet unless you do the experience, you do the work for yourself, of the do's and don'ts in crypto. People always say, yo, man, DCA. I haven't heard DCA so much more than 2023. Like this DCA, so I've been hearing it for a very long time in legacy, very long time. Dollar cost average, but we get it. But this is DCA, 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 right? It's the best times to DCA. When's the best time to DCA? When the bull market is raging? No, it's not financial advice. But when's the best time to DCA? When there's blood in the streets, everything red, bad red too, like red, flatline red, like well, those beeps. The light is usually white in the machines, the computerized machines, white or like some type of yellow or whatever. But you know what I mean. Flatline, like low. DCA, 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 DCA. Nobody want to talk about like, yo, this is an opportunity. Okay, there's blood in the streets. Oh man, it just went even lower. The prices went even lower. Folks think it's the end of the world. What y'all doing? I mean, it's crazy. People think it's the end of the world. And then you find in every cycle, let me tell y'all something, man, and this is kind of true, man. The cycle that came in 21 does not compare to the cycle that came in 17. It doesn't, like, to me, and maybe it's because I'm biased, but I don't think it's that. I saw something happen in 17 that I never witnessed in any market, in anything in my life. Like, this thing was, everything was booming. Everything was booming. Everything from the beginning of 17 to the end, it was unimaginable. Like, words can't even express. Like, the market, you couldn't lose. You couldn't lose. You could not. And I'm talking about everything was booming. When I'm saying everything, I'm saying everything. Everything was booming. It was BTC, it was Litecoin, it was BTC, Ethereum, Litecoin, and the rest of the other coins. Everything was booming. Everything was booming. Binance came out that year, booming. Tron came out that year, booming. Antshares became Neo, doesn't matter, was booming. And the thousands of other ICO, booming, boom. Scam, all kinds of booming, booming. You could have made money in multiple scams, booming. Scams came out overnight. You made a little money, booming. Crazy. Crazy. Nothing like that. Nothing. I never left. And it's not because I'm trying to chase a dragon. I just saw something that happened here that I was not used to dealing with stocks at all. Penny stocks, options, call writing, and all. None of that. None of that compared. None of that. Does it? It makes it's these people like we. I don't understand how folks. Sometimes you have to respect your journey. You have to respect your journey because you're on your journey for a reason. Everyone has their different walk in life. Everyone has their own voice, their own path, their own signature, their own life, their own journey. Respect it. Like someone else got to the finish line, you're gonna get to your finish line the way you're gonna get to your finish line. Doesn't have to be the same. Doesn't You don't have to feel bad because this might take you longer. People have poor self-worth. They don't believe that they're worthy of anything. Their esteem is crap. They don't really feel that they're adequate in life. And you could see it. You could see it in this community. You could see it in the space. You could see by the way people react and what they type on social media. We're afforded an opportunity here to be part of something that's so game changing. It's beyond our comprehension and our capabilities. Like this, what we're participating in sort of like this worldly, world changing event where we're going to be talked about hundreds of years from now. You understand? Like if you're thinking about how this has been something that's been created that man has never known, that right, it's never been created. This has never occurred before on earth. Where you talking about cryptocurrency, real crypto, the highest form right now is supposed to be the highest form of money. Legacy doesn't want you to believe that it's the highest form of money, even though they know it's the highest form of money. That's why they've been scooping it up, and that's why they've been trying to remain entrenched, sink their claws into the industry to control it, because they see it's out of their control. In truth, a purist understands that crypto is not for any intermediary. It's not for any type of conglomerate that's trying to keep everyone oppressed. It's not for them. So they don't want that for the people. And then you put that over here, you bring that back over here, where now, okay, you got crypto, yeah, crypto. Not every crypto is crypto. And so while we're learning how not every crypto is crypto, people are bitching and complaining about the smallest, dumbest shit. Every day. And then while you're bitching and complaining about the dumbest, most insignificant nonsense, because in the grand scheme of things, it's insignificant. I don't care about some kind of bridge link that was down and for a day because they're trying to gatekeep and all this. I don't listen, man. If you have years, your scope is years long down the line, your scope, your trajectory. I'm not caring about some damn link that's down for one day, for a week, for even a month, if my outlook is for years to come to be it. Come on, man. Come on. If I identified, think about it. If you can identify, however long you've been in this crypto space, if you can identify every piece of minutia that disturbed you, that you didn't like, that you didn't care for, you would not be here this long because every little thing would bother you. And for what? For what? If you held on to BTC, let's say the end of last year, the beginning of this year, you just acquired some Bitcoin, it's down, sure, from its all-time high, all kinds of stuff, it's down, hovering around 15, 16K. And you allowed every single negative talking point to get in your head, to get in your feelings, to disrupt you and distract you from what you want to do, you would not be experiencing these gains, almost 3x. From 15K to 44 and change, that's more than 2.5x in a year. That's just BTC. What do you think is going to happen when people really see, this is the thing, because it's just what it is. Everything is cyclical in nature. We go through our own cycles every day within our own bodies. What makes us think that people make up these freaking markets, that these markets don't have their own cycles in nature? You have moments where things are low. That's opportunity for many who know. That's where the opportunity lies. Why do you think, this always happens, man. This always, always, always happens. Because you have opportunities that people who understand, and I'm not just talking about just regular retail folks like you and I, right? I don't consider us like lowly in that way, but we're talking about people who know and want to manipulate certain things. They do certain things on purpose, like manipulate prices so they could get in at an affordable rate. And if you're smart, you're going to follow what they're doing. You're going to follow what the big money's doing. You're going to follow what they're doing because you want to be successful in your own right. And not be afraid because you're hearing some nobodies on the internet yelling at you about how bad things are and for you to sell, and then you end up making a mistake that you can't recover from. Not everyone has the same monies. Not everyone is able to just do certain things. Everyone doesn't have the same opportunity afforded to them, man. And when you do, it's almost like don't you know some time from now, let's say you have a family and your children are older and they're asking you, oh, hey, Wonder, not Wonder, but hey, Dad or Grandpa, you mean to tell me you was in DeFi back in the early 2020s? You was in DeFi? Yeah, I was in DeFi. And what happened? Oh, well, uh, uh, yeah, yeah, I stood in my own way. What I did was I got emotional. You're not gonna say that. You're gonna say something else that make you sound crazy, and your kids are gonna look at you like you are such a failure. They won't be proud. They're gonna have to respect me though. But that's not what I'm foretelling for me. That's not what's happening. But I'm just saying, whatever. Respect your elders, all that. But still, they're gonna look at you like you're a loser, such a failure. What you mean? You tricked off the bag? You didn't hold on? You didn't even leave like $100 in this DeFi early 2020s? You don't, huh? A man just said, he just said, and I say just because time is all relative. We talking 4 years, sure. But man, he just put, he made how many tweets? I'm talking about the founder. He made how many tweets? All this year's work of teaching the people this and that, this and that. He says, yo, what's hex at 10 cents on its way to $100? Something that you can't even fathom, right? It took so much for you to even say something with 4 zeros and a number reaching a penny, 4 zeros and a number reaching a quarter, 4 zeros and a number reaching 50 cents. You think the buck stops there? Did the buck stop there for Bitcoin? And this thing's supposed to be even better than BTC? But you have no hope. You don't believe. You barely have any faith in anything. You're just blocking your own blessings willingly and consciously. How do you expect to succeed? How do you expect to see winnings? How do you expect not for your future descendants to look at you like you're a miserable failure? Because we believe in what? Fiat? Fiat? What's the alternative? What's the alternative? You think the dollar is going to accrue in value 5, 10, 15 years from now? You think that same dollar is worth what it was a year ago? Like, people are, like, it's amazing. It's utterly amazing to me how folks they want people to cheer for them. I'm talking about these small group of people that call themselves builders, right? They want folks to cheer for these builders. Cheer for these builders. But for example, when you're creating something to force people to really, it's all about forcing people to trade, leverage trade, thereby enacting what? Opportunities for people to lose. You want to be celebrated? You want to be praised, huh? No, you just recognize over there and that's it. There's no praise. There's nothing. There's nothing. You're just there. You're just there. Not getting any praise, not from me. You think I'm going to praise BitMEX? You think I'm going to praise Bybit? I think I praised those platforms back in the days. I know nothing about praising things that's ripe for you to lose. If everyone was so proficient and skilled in conducting leverage trade, everyone would do it. It's one of the things that, I look at Richard and I say to myself, man, there's no perfection in life. That man is not perfect at all. I don't care what anybody says. He's emphatically imperfect. He's an imperfect person, just like everybody else. He said on numerous occasions when he streamed before, oh, I dare anybody to short hex, something to that effect. He said that. Oh, I would love for somebody to create something to short hex, short hex, short hex, short hex. Okay. Okay. You put that out there, bro. You put it out there. And then on the same token, you talk about you wish that no one would build on Pulse Chain. So, hey, what we doing? What's? I don't see any. The seesaw, the math ain't mathing, man. The seesaw is completely imbalanced. Like it's going up, down with contradiction. But you want somebody to create something to short hex. You telling the community, because you got to be fair. You got to be you got to be fair. You're telling the community if they want to see something, do it. Build it. You want to see something, build it. I do not work for you. Does not work for the people. Clear. That's clear. But then you say if it was up to you, you wouldn't want anybody to build on post chain, and then you want somebody, you hope somebody, oh, to create something that's short hex. Oh, it's out now. It's been out. It's out. It's out. It's here. It's here. It's here. But then you telling people, look, man, don't trade. You'll get wrecked. What's the narrative, man? What we doing? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. There's no perfection. I don't believe in him being a messiah and all that. Like that. That's never been my take. Never been my take. But at the same time, I get, because certain things are needed. These are aspects of the market. You have to have everything, all things good and all things bad. It is what it is. It is what it is. Smorgasbord of anything you like. Anything or any type of goods you want, you got it. It come over here, one-stop shop. I get it. I get it. But then you got some of these builders that created the liquor ladies and leverage situation that want to be praised. How? You got the bags. You get 10 million here, 16 million there, 50 million there, 15 million there. Like, what praise for what? People already praise you when they sacrifice. That's your praise. But folks don't look at things that way. It's about feeding their ego. It's about, propping them on a pedestal, right? Giving them the shine, the glory, the same glory. The glory that Richard is chasing is what he said. He's in it for glory. These people, mini me's, want to do the same thing too. Want to do the same thing. Meanwhile, forgetting about the fact that a lot of these things have an impact directly and indirectly on what's going on with the price activity, with price action. It is what it is. Everything watered down. The work got stepped on 6,000 different times. If there are 6,000, 7,000 coins, the work got stepped on 7,000 different times. End of story. So where's the focus? The focus is lessened. The focus has been watered down, folks. Yeah, you got this pristine code that's just been, flawless and everything, but it's been accompanied by 7,000 other projects. So, and that's just on this chain. We're not talking about crypto at large, because there's a whole world out there too that does what they do, that don't care about what's going on on this side of the pond at all, for whatever reason. And then when you're holding true to who you are, what you do, and what caused you to just want to participate here, you answer these personal questions and say, why are you here? What is it about this that compels you to want to even participate in this thing? What is it? What is your personal why? What is the reason why you're here? To listen to the soap opera of the day on Twitter? Or to plan for your future accordingly, to combat all the craziness that we deal with every day in life? They're doing soft moves on us right now, man. Like to me, all this thing is just soft stuff. Because when and when I say that, I'm talking about the whole thing. Everybody, not everybody, but people were all pissed off yesterday about the Pulse Bridge situation and all. Those are soft attacks. They're letting you know. They're giving you kiddie punches. Boom, 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 boom. Kid gloves. Like, they punch you with kid gloves, yo. Are you ready for the real? The jab uppercut. You ready for those? The knockout punches? Nah, nah. Because you buckle for some little little link, blah blah blah, and then you want to get into some philosophical, intellectual, verbal jousting foolishness that amounts to nothing because you don't see that value in your portfolio. You don't see numbers go up from your foolish back and forth arguing nonsense. Meanwhile, there are people in the background who really know what they're doing, who taking advantage. Why don't you become one of those people that take advantage? Yo, it's been like the on a score from like a score sheet for these sacrifice things, yo. Like as far as like the ones that really had a sacrifice, like they didn't not scoring very well on they didn't do very high marks. They didn't do very high marks this year, man, because a lot of them had no track record either, man, no background and all. You could tell. You could tell. You could tell, man. People just saw an opportunity, took advantage of whatever their good intention, bad intention, whatever. They got the bag. And now I just saw something like it's crazy because this is why you got to be careful what you're doing out here. You really got to be careful what you do because you don't know who's watching, who's paying attention. Because I'm seeing more and more and more of people coming out and they're talking in absolute terms of how they're displeased with everything. I'm not even talking with just with RH. I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about the sacrifice projects, man. Period. Like this is what's happening. Hey, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I don't have the time to look through this one's white paper and black paper and yellow paper and red paper and all these papers. I got no time for all that. That's why I do what I do. Because I did it for years before. Oh, this white paper, that paper, this paper, da 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 da. Yo, I'm the headmaster of the grifting, you know, the grifting college, right? Grifting Institute. I'm yeah. I do my own. Listen, man. I got my own curriculum. It is what it is. The enrollment period is 24/7, 368 days a year. Yeah, it's 3 more days. There's something special behind that only I know about, not y'all. That's why I am the head person in charge of Grifting Institute. Scammers are not welcome. They're not. They're not. Because, a lot of them move together. Scammers understand the language of scamming. They recognize who one another is, of course. Don't act like people, y'all gotta wait. And it's different. It's different levels. It's levels. It's levels. There's levels. Don't think for a second that these founders from the top chains are not familiar with scamming. Do not think for a second. You think it feels good when it felt good when Vitalik was gifted a bunch of coins from a community just so that the community is bubbling and they want to give attention and actually like salute Vitalik for just even doing this. They did something on Ethereum. What he do? What he do when he got the coins? What did he do? He dropped it. He dumped a bag or be hit next. He didn't care. What happened to the project? Exactly. I'm not saying necessarily that's him scamming or whatever. But there's talks, there's movements, there's things that have been documented and information behind the scenes. This is where it goes with you doing your research. And it's not the only one, You know. It's crazy when people like Justin Sun gets got on his own chain. 4 years ago, he got. Like, oh man, live on TV too, with a project that launched on his chain. And he participate, Justin Sun. He participate and he looking at his grill piece and he saw how he couldn't get in the project and it wasn't working his way, and fleece. Got no power out here like that. Yeah, these guys got millions. All these sacrifice projects got millions, but those millions don't compare to billions. And keep it real, if you're not familiar with the money like that, the money just reveals who you are. If you're not familiar with making money like that, and you get a nice lump sum, a windfall, okay. Again, money reveals who you are. It just does. Like the people who are fortunate enough to win the lotto, how many of them keep their winnings years later? Especially if they came from nothing. Some people just do too much ahead of themselves. They just do too much and don't have proper planning. They don't have the marketing background. They don't have any type of business acumen whatsoever, and you can see it. People are pissed off. Man, it's because what's your boy? Fox the kid's favorite trade. Hey, you already know, man. Hell, it's funny. Crypto Bigfoot, what's going on? Crypto Bigfoot, James Doe. What's happening, James? He said, made it, lost it, made it back again, lost it again, still alive and happy. That's good, man. Good to see you. Godfather J6, God bless you too, man. He said, Kathy said, lower the new all-time low. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Spoofy says, preach, brother. What's up? Good to see you, Spoofy. Dot's Child. He said, where's the registration office? It's in the ether. First in, first out. Yeah. 100%, 100%. Well, good people. Hang on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
You don't have to work and slave. Let electricity do it for you.
Well, it seems like here we are again. Back to square one. What do you think of that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, you need to know what I'm talking about, because what I'm talking about, you have to know what I'm talking about. It's relevant. I mean, seriously, it's all relevant. What do you think? I mean, Batman and Robin, why you hiding in the corner hobnobbing?
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. That's what's going on. Yeah, man. Like, people can't lose sight of themselves, man. Can't find a way to lose sight of yourself. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Those prices are crazy. Again, people want to experience maximum gain. You got to go through these moments of maximum pain. There's no other way around it. There's no other way. Until there's another way, that's all you got to deal with. Maximum pain. And it depends on how you look at that, because the pain could be chances to do something, chances to scoop up something, accumulate. Who knows? But I understand one thing. When you see prices during the bull versus prices during the bear, and then you get that feeling where you wish you could have just, right? During the bear, take advantage. So it happens, man. Every trip. Good people, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Take care.